Now that is an interesting spawn. Right above a cave with a zombie. Hi and welcome to a brand new series in a brand new world for a brand new epic adventure. I was waiting for quite a long time to do this and it's finally the time. There's so much new content in this game that I haven't really properly tried out yet. And there are also so many plans I have. And we're in a beautiful new world. I mean, ever since Caves and Cliffs Part 2, we have now that crazy terrain. I mean, we are not ready to go in even though... Oh, there's iron. Maybe we should go in there right away. So let's grab some wood. You know, how you always start a Minecraft world. But maybe one tree that isn't too connected so we don't have floating leaves. Because no one likes floating leaves. But I'm so excited for this. And as you can see, it is not entirely vanilla. There are some subtle changes, like leafier leaves, but these are all more or less just for the looks, and mostly vanilla tweaks. Some few textures I made myself, but mostly it's vanilla. The world is not entirely random, I've picked it beforehand, because there was something I was looking for, but all I know is the terrain, as well as some of the biomes around, but nothing in terms of structures or anything like that. Didn't want to spoil myself. Okay, I was about to jump down there, but because of water, but that goes deeper than I thought. So let's not do that. But rather go the safe route. Is it safe? Safe enough. Is that actually... Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, at least... So maybe if we stand close... Oh yeah, that works. Can we put something... Will that fall? Seems safe. Okay, I don't want to make too much of a mess right away. As you know, this is spawn. And I like my spawn areas. So let's preserve it at least... Oh, we don't have coal. So much about smelting the stuff. Yeah, you know what? Maybe... There's so much iron around. Okay, maybe we just grab stuff and go. Because I don't want to head into a cave right away anyway. So we don't have to smelt it right away. And maybe we'll find some surface coal somewhere. Because, you know, nighttime is a thing. Nighttime will come. But... Of course I've made another pickaxe. Why wouldn't I? Then I need to grab a bit more stone. Oh boy. Immediately as you hit the record button, you lose the majority of your brain cells. It's just how it goes, isn't it? Okay, how do I get out of here now? 9 is 9 cobblestone enough, maybe? Yeah, we don't need a stone sword. We have an axe. It's way better than a stone sword, isn't it? But what we probably would need is more wood. No pun intended. But maybe let's grab the birch tree, so we have this sapling down. And also look for some food, because my potato meter is declining, isn't it? There are some bees around. And I'm playing on hard, so we could totally starve. And there are sheep, so... Yeah, I need some coal, otherwise I need to kill them. But you know, I'm not that cruel. Where is the sun even? Where is it? Where's the sun? Can't find it. It's gone. Seriously, where? Oh. Is that going down? Oh dear. That wasn't a full day. What happened? Yeah, maybe we just need to use some wood. I think that's what we need to do. Maybe let's do it the professional way. So we can grab a bed in time. Potentially. We only need 2 pieces of iron. Then we can shear the sheep and hope it regrow. Oh god. Don't have anything to eat. That's already going well. Already going well. But I mean, we can then also do a shield. Where were the sheep? Maybe I do have to kill them after all. There's one. That's good. But the other one was grey, which is a bit of an issue. Okay, we have 2 pieces. 2 pieces again. They all have different colors, which I mean is lovely. but doesn't help us to... Oh, awesome. Awesome. And 3 pieces at once. Yeah, the sheep knew we needed stuff. Alright, let's put that into the crafting table. Put that bed here and sleep as quick as possible. Oh boy. Good. We survived our first night. So what is the most important thing? An iron pickaxe, I suppose. Because that's always important. And then maybe we do make an iron sword. But we still have no food whatsoever. So what is our plan? As I've said... Oh, there are pigs. Yeah, as I said, I know already the biomes and the terrain of the seed a little bit because there was something specific I was looking for. We grab one of those. And that also means I already know where we're going to settle. But I want to explore a little bit anyway. But if we explore anyway a little bit, then that means we can't start a farm right away, but we have to grab other sources of food. Which, of course, we already have now with the pork chops. Okay, food. Good. Oh, yeah. Dummy, they're a fish. Which is one of the best early game food sources, probably. Wait, can I use charcoal to make a campfire? Why is my inventory such a mess already? Oh boy. I think... Isn't it something like that? Yay. And then we can be very efficient. You know? Efficient? I'm sorry. Oh, and there's already a drowned. How lovely. Oh, and I totally forgot about the trident, guys. We have to be careful at the seas. And where are my fish? Actually, I should only grab one type of fish because of inventory, but... Where would be the fun in that, you know? Where's my rotten flesh? My sign of victory. You know, it's the first rotten flesh in this world, so it's special. Yeah, I'm still kinda looking for... Oops, sorry. Oh, there would be some coal. Or would have been some coal. It's too late now. I mean, I can grab... Oh boy. What am I even doing? Seen something green? Yeah, there's a creeper down there too. So let's be careful. Also, there's no need for me to be greedy. Says he while grabbing all the coal. I grab that copper because maybe... I don't know. Maybe find amethyst. Then we can make a spyglass. That would be awesome. But now let's head out of here, pack our things and leave. Because that's not where we're gonna settle. We have a little bit of... mess. That is the word. We have a little bit of mess. Come here. I need your wool. Thank you. It's all for a good cause. Trust me. Some turtles, more sheep, more horses. But we haven't seen any cows so far. And the only pigs we've seen we've killed. Which maybe wasn't the best choice. Okay, you know what? We make a birch boat, because then we can get rid of this singular birch. Plank. Oh. There's a pig and... outpost. Don't want to get too close to that. But... then again, I want to check something out. Because there's a cage. I mean, we will be back here for any potential rescue missions. We won't do that right away, but I just want to know. Okay, that's a golem. There's another cage. They're already on my case. Is that one empty? I can't really see anything from here. Okay, there's certainly a golem. But... Oh, they hit hard. Okay, I'm leaving. I'm leaving, it's not worth it. We have to come back eventually. But I'm not prepared for that. Not at all. Where's my boat? The unfortunate thing about this seed is that for some of the biomes and wood types we have to... Oh, there's a portal. We have to travel quite far. There's a portal. Oh, there's some cows. But there's a portal. What does it have? Sure. Is my boat in danger? Don't think it is. But of course, that one block. That one block. Oh, silk turd. Mending. Mending. Wow. I mean, it's gold, but it's actually quite... That's not bad stuff. Okay, but we have to leave it here. I take the silk touch in case I need it. And actually with that... I know I was saying I want to do a little bit of exploration first, but... Looking at our inventory, I think it would be smart to check out the beautiful island I've chosen. And empty our pockets. I've chosen that kind of large island, which I think is the right size for this Let's Play series to build pretty much on every part of it. Maybe not literally every part of it, but make it our own entirely. For that, of course, we need something that's not too small, but also not too massive. And that has just the right size. Oh, and there are wolves. Beautiful. I can't really show you from the ground, but you know, the width isn't too massive. It's already ending here, but it's fairly long. And there are also smaller islands nearby, which we could also include in the process if we want to, if we need to, if we have to. Like over there. So if you have any ideas or requests what you want to see in this series, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I will read them and maybe even include them. And there is a shipwreck, which is awesome. But before we explore that, I think we go back to the beach, plop down a chest and sort out our inventory, right? No, look at it. Isn't it adorable? Alright, I have now sorted out our inventory and I've also got the stuff from the nether portal. And look at how much junk we already have. But I think with that, we are ready for looting. Oh, is that another portal? Right next to the ship? Oh wow. Talking about acquiring junk. But I mean... I'm not mad about... Ooh. Yeah, it's a bit of a precarious spot. I'm not mad about the free gold. Certainly not. Oh, and a golden apple, golden pants? Is it getting night time? It is. Okay. Yep, maybe unbreaking or mending. Maybe unbreaking, because there isn't too much XP I'm expecting right away. Let me sleep. This is awkward now. What is that? What is that? Is that a sunken structure? What on earth? It looks like a witch hut but underwater. The shipwreck has to wait. Oh. Wait, oh! That's an upside down shipwreck. Now that's fancy. Let's see. I mean, I think this one doesn't have a treasure chest, probably. But it... Oh! Smithing templates! Awesome! Potatoes, carrots and bamboo! That is very awesome. It's just what I needed. No, I was talking about some biomes being far away. One of them is a jungle. So, having bamboo here is awesome. There's another chest. Oh, and we have a treasure map. To be honest, finding the smithing templates in a shipwreck seems kinda OP. It's way too easy. Oh, and that shipwreck is kinda attached. Maybe we could do something with that. Transform it into something? Huh. That could be an idea. But is there a chest? Yep, there's one. More coast armor trim. But also other exciting stuff. Yeah, these shipwrecks are just so powerful in the early game. Okay, another treasure map. And a leather pants with Curse of Binding. Alright. Yes. Just what I wanted. But we have moss, which is also kind of exciting. Because it's also a material I will be using quite a lot. Even though lush caves shouldn't be too difficult to find. Still. Very excited about that. Okay, let's go back home because our inventory is completely full once again. What a great start. And we have 2 treasure maps, so that is certainly something we have to do. But probably not this episode, because I want to get to building, so we save the treasure hunt for next one. Does that sound like a plan? I think that sounds like a plan. So let me get back home, established, and then we can think about our first building in this world. This beach area where we landed is in fact also where I want to build our starter base. However, before we can do that, we have to remove this giant pile of sand. Hello, Enderman. Don't mind me, I'm not going to look at you. But you could help me with the sand, buddy. Did I underestimate how painful it is to dig up that much sand with nothing but stone tools? Yeah, I did, I certainly did. And I've also started farming a bit of rain. No, not rain, but spruce wood. The lovely spruce wood. And we can start planning out, even in the rain. I've grabbed a bit more wood and have now filled in the pier, so you can really get an idea of what I'm going here with. But I have a confession to make. Before we can really continue with this build, or actually probably start, I need to gather some materials that are actually not so starter basey. One of them is bamboo, which we luckily found, but the other 2 materials we need are 1 iron for hanging signs, because I definitely need hanging signs, and the other is deep slate. So in other words, we have to head into a mine or a cave or a hole or something like that and grab these materials first, and hopefully not die. And I found a quite promising looking hole already. Oh, torches. How can I forget about torches? Then oh, yeah, a shield I think would be a smart idea. It was somewhere over here. Is it? I think it must be. Oh yes, that's promising. And also... you know, I was itching to take out my bow. Not sure how I'm supposed to survive that. But okay, there's also some iron. I think we have to smelt on the way. Because with just golden pants, I don't feel particularly safe, as you can no doubt imagine. Iron. Awesome. I feel much better already. Oh! Okay, I certainly don't want to get hit by that one. Oh, but it dropped iron. That's very, very kind. And there's tons of iron around. Well, that is exactly what I want to see. Right? Hi guys, how's it going? Oh, these are the new bats. I've never seen them in game. Okay, let's grab the iron. While we have a bit of peace for a moment. Because I'm sure it won't last long. There is so much iron, but in kinda risky spots. Oh yeah, drop creeper alert! Oh god, that scared the living hell out of me. Oh. Yeah, don't get distracted by potential drop creepers if there are actual zombies attacking you. Yeah, there are certainly many creeper potentially. Creeper potentially, is that a phrase? Potential creepers. Like one there. But that is a method that always works. Just block them. If you don't want to hear anything from them, block them. Easy as that. Was that hole before here? Because a creeper explosion isn't that powerful, is it? That is certainly deep slate. So that's awesome. And there's a lush cave. And then we can actually make a complete set of iron armor. Look at me. And I'm looking fancy. And head back into this abyss. Yeah, maybe not. Spoke too soon. Yeah, it will pathfind to me, that's good. Okay, it's getting a bit dangerous now. Okay, I think we handled that well. At least well enough. Did it drop anything of value? 2 arrows. I mean, that's a start. Yeah, Yeah, it just... Let's deal with it that way. Okay, that's our lush cave. Sure. Sure. Uh-huh. The biggest lush cave I've ever seen. Look what we found! That also means we have calcite, which is also a material I will use quite a lot of. Not on the starter build, but certainly later on. Oh, and there are pillagers. Let's ignore them for a minute. And the wolves are going for a swim, which is adorable. But for our first trip into the deep, deep abyss, you know, basically going in there naked without anything, I think that is quite a decent haul. And gives us all the resources we need to properly commence this build. Right, friends? Right. But unfortunately I did not get a single bone. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Hello there. I've been busy collecting up all these resources as fast as elvenly possible in the early game, which is not very fast and very costly as you go through many iron tools. But with all that, we can finally begin. First we need to outline our building, and I want the pillars to, you know, not be flush with the wall, but rather stick out, to have a little bit more of depth. And now for the walls, to give it a bit of variation, I'm thinking about using oak in its strip form once again. Something like that. Now the other question is, where the roof line is supposed to start. Is that a look? Yeah, no. Let's change that. Yeah, I think we might have to do it a bit pointier, because like that it really just looks like a barn. Yeah, I think that's more like it. So let's fill in the walls. Why is it raining again? Apparently we are on the British Isles, because it's constantly raining in this world. Rather than doing that, we could also use just planks. I think that's too much wooden planks. I like the idea, but not the execution. Nope, not sold on it. Yeah, I like that. Let's go with that. But before we fill in the rest of the walls, let's fill in the roof. And that is where the bamboo will come in handy. Now, a bit of a complicated area is this intersection here. Because the front triangle is 1 block taller, as it should be. However, I don't want to have another triangle here. And maybe have just a small triangle. I think that's perfect. A tower. I know, it's at the moment the saddest little tower you've seen in a long time, probably. But before we sort out the top, I think it would be important to sort out the interior first. One question is, will we have a second floor on this? And maybe just like an, I don't know, indoor balcony? And we have to fill in this crawl space. Well, I mean, that's an interesting gap I've created here, isn't it? Huh. Yeah, that's something. Could we do something with that? Silly question, obviously we can, but the question is, what would we do with that? Leave me your ideas if you have any. Would be cool for hide and seek, but then again, this is a single player world, so no one's gonna hide or seek. Yeah, we definitely need windows. That's maybe one important thing, and yes, we are back to stone axes. That's how poor I am. Ah, here they are. Light grey glass panes. They are a pain, aren't they? I think having tinted glass looks always a little bit nicer than just plain white, and let us grab some hanging signs. Which are expensive and awkward to craft, let me tell you. But they look adorable. Let's leave it like that for now. And worry about it later, because we also need some windows downstairs. Yeah, but I think that looks fine. Give me my glass pane back. I didn't use silk touch for nothing. Do we need windows in this thing? Would they look alright or would they look awkward? That one? Definitely awkward. As you can see, I've now changed a few things around. Added deep slide bricks to the bottom as well as some cracked ones. Yeah, just kidding. I built the top. the top of the tower, and I decided to have an open viewing platform. However, being up here, I remember that I wanted to try something. Because I'm not perfectly content with how the top bit looks, yeah, I think that improves things. Quite a lot actually. And in case you're wondering about the spikes on the roof, on the very tippity top, I have no idea what they are. No clue. Just thought it looked kinda nice, and you know, it kinda looks a bit like a trident, which I thought would be quite fitting for the theme, so it's just what we're going with. And I think it is now time to decorate the interior. I've started, well actually with the exterior, added a door, a little roof, with a lantern, and I thought about this awkward little space up here. I think it would be perfect for my bedroom, right? And we can already try it out while we watch the beautiful sunset. Well, we have to watch it a little bit longer. And thinking about that, we could put a trapdoor here for, you know, decorating, as it looks much cozier then. And then we can place another trapdoor from the inside, so it's flush with the wall. This way it's much less obvious. Alright, and maybe rather than a night table, why not a crafting table? And a flower pot on top. And then I thought, because that looks a bit awkward, the wall, we could have a painting here. No, not villagers staring at me. Please not. That's kinda cute. Yeah, let's go with that. Maybe let's add a chest back after all, because I like to have some personal storage. Maybe let's start at the back, because I thought this would be the perfect area for some storage, and something we certainly should add is certainly a fireplace. Otherwise it will become very cozy and cold here. Or not cozy at all, rather. And I think we do have to make it kinda tall. Otherwise we will have all the smoke up there, and that is certainly not what we want. That certainly is one kind of a chimney, isn't it? Maybe let's scale it down a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks way more reasonable. And thinking about that, maybe we should hide the blast furnace in here. And how about some shelving? Oh, for another flower? Yeah, sure, why not? Is it weird having a painting of a poppy right next to a poppy? I think I'll leave it like that. You know, it might be a bit weird, but I'm fine with weird. And thinking about it... Oh. That's an interesting functionality. So let's have a pumpkin man up there, but maybe swap those around. Much better. Maybe a carpet wouldn't be the worst. Yeah, maybe something like that. But coming back to where we began, there's one final thing to do, and that is about the pier, because it currently looks a bit plain. And you also might remember that I've talked about hanging signs and how awkward and expensive they are. And yet we have only used about 5, because where I want to use them is here as a railing. Because they look just awesome as such, don't they? And we also top those off. Eventually I want to have dark oak slabs up here, but obviously we don't have access to them just yet. Oh, and it's raining again. Of course. And while I'm at it, I've also added this lower pier for smaller crafts and vessels, like regular Minecraft boats. And I think, all in all, our starter area comes together quite nicely, don't you think? Yeah, I think that looks quite awesome, especially with the chimney down the middle. And I need to thank all of you for joining me on this first part of our adventure. So, if you enjoyed today's episode, and you want to see how this adventure unfolds, make sure to subscribe to be informed about all future videos, and see you very soon as we continue with some more builds and more adventuring and more resource gathering, and probably also more rain. Have a great day, take care, and see you soon. Bye!